Bronco Nation, what is up? This is episode 9 of the Shirts and Skins podcast. I am Matt Lamm alongside Brandon Minert and Mark Moss. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hey. We made it to 9.
We're here. Number 9. We haven't quit yet. Hey, if you're watching us on YouTube, please consider subscribing.
Smash that like.
There's a like button.
Smash it.
Just click it really hard.
Smash it.
Smash it. Subscribe, like, leave us a comment. We'd love it. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Let's get into it, guys.
Let's do it.
Let's get right into it.
Let's get into it. Okay.
By now, if you've listened to us before, you know the routine.
Okay.
You know where we're going.
Friend of the show?
Friend of the show.
Okay. Yeah, friend of the show.
This is
friend
not
of the show check-in.
I mean, 9 episodes deep. We kind of know where we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What's friend of the show saying?
So, I hesitated starting with this today because it's a little off topic from the game, but
Oh, what are we talking about? Family? Business?
yeah, no, not
Hockey?
That's a different text.
Oh.
No. So has a little bit to do with a conversation we were having an episode or two ago.
Which friend of the show is this?
This is
The original?
This is
This is
the OG.
The
friend,
one.
friend number 1.
Yep.
Doctor.
So he's in Houston, Texas. Okay. So he gets a perspective, which
Okay,
I
we got a lot of
appreciate.
Texas fans.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're all related.
You have a brother in Texas. I have a brother in Texas.
Yeah, we
They're all related.
Your brother used to live in Texas.
Yeah.
Lot
Not a friend of the show. Sadly.
Chris, Minor, where are
Hasn't
you?
listened to anything. Anyway.
Here's what he's got. And again, this was about a week or two ago, but it says, here's the problem with Boise State recruiting
Okay.
outside of the Mountain West.
Okay.
Okay. Boise State versus Oklahoma was 17 years ago. Seniors in high school were born the same year.
17 years ago? That's how
long time
long
ago.
ago it was?
what he's saying.
2006.
Yeah, 17.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
a long time
He
ago.
says, so 13 years ago when I drove around Houston with BSU gear on my car, people would stop me and give me props for sporting BSU. No one has said anything to me
man, we're
in
going
more than
deep.
5 years.
We're going deep. This is deep.
No one in Texas is looking at BSU anymore, and that won't change if we aren't exciting again.
Okay, he's right.
I agree.
He's
That
right.
said,
But how do you fix the economy? It's like, that's a hard question to pick.
yeah, right. So I think we can get into that topic a little bit later.
Ow, friend of the show went deep on
He
us
went
today.
deep, and
That
again,
hurt.
my bad. It's a delayed read because I missed it. I had forgotten about it. So he gave me some guff last week. So I said I'd get it on the show. And I think it's actually a really good topic that we're going to dive into later on. But we had a win this week, right, guys?
We got to win.
We had a win.
35-27.
Yeah.
San Jose, a 1-4 San Jose State.
1
We
and
beat
5
them.
now.
1-5 now.
What? How do we want to? Do we want to go around and just give everybody give their opinion of what happened?
We have another comment.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we had comments.
If I look on you, this is on episode 8's video on YouTube. It doesn't have a username on here.
Ooh,
but I
Koontz?
know.
Koontz?
No. When they did it, it showed their name.
Oh, weird.
It's the other brother.
Oh
Friend of the
man,
show.
Your brother.
we're
No,
only
not
My
mine.
brother? My other brother?
Yeah.
we only have family members.
No. Matt Myers also and
Oh,
Jake Jensen.
okay.
Oh,
right.
my brother commented on the YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it.
He said
What do you
best sports podcast out there.
Okay, he's just a homer.
3 exclamation
He's
points.
just a homer. Craig,
Even my wife loves listening to you guys.
That's not
Is that
true.
true?
No,
That's
is
not
true.
true.
Is that true?
That is true.
What's her name?
Katie.
Katie. Thank you for listening.
that's not true at all. There's no way. Katie, come on the pod.
Why doesn't
I
Katie leave
I
us a
would
comment?
rather have Katie on than Craig. I'm just gonna say that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry
don't
to
even
Craig.
know Katie.
I'm just
You don't
interested
even
to
know
know her
Katie.
perspective if she listens.
Actually, that's a good point. We do need a little bit of the
I would like
female
some female
perspective.
friends of the show.
Why not? Does she have a YouTube account?
Katie, where are you? Leave us a comment. She loves the good combination of jokes, fun, and sports talk. We offer all 3 of those
Okay, I'm
things.
just gonna say,
Yes.
friend of the show number 2,
Yeah.
a lot more lighthearted than friend of the show
Yeah,
number
that's
1.
true.
Like
That's true.
One went hard.
one was in
went
a
deep.
bad place when he wrote that.
It was
I think
probably right around the Memphis. I don't know.
he was probably
He's had
in
plenty
a-
of time to have. Beat,
was
beat
he
down.
like 12 hours into a
Yeah.
18-hour
That's
shift?
probably it. Something like that.
Little grumpy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we had some other comments and stuff, but
I'm interested to hear your guys' take on the game because it was a roller coaster of a game.
Oh, so I was the only. Can I go first? I was the only one that was there.
Okay.
Since you were there, you can go first.
Weird flex.
Yes.
Okay.
Roller coaster would describe it pretty well. It was interesting.
What was the atmosphere like that first?
It looked
little
freaking
bit?
awesome, dude. The game looked awesome.
Okay, we'll get to that.
So it was interesting, man. At no point in that game did I feel like we were going to lose the game.
Really? At no point?
No.
Did you participate in the booing that was going on?
No,
Was
but
there
I
boo
did
birds?
hear some boo birds.
There were boo
Oh, yeah.
birds. Okay.
And it wasn't against Taylen. Someone said on one of the BJ or someone said it was after. I thought, my recollection was it was after, man, when was it? Maybe it was after 3 and out. I heard some boo birds a little bit. No
After
one
a
around
fumble
me.
or what?
No, like after
Okay.
3 and out in the first half. Yeah, I think it was. But it was not loud. It wasn't. I heard it. It wasn't. But everyone stayed. I mean, the little part of the student section that always leaves left, right? But generally speaking, 90+% of the people stayed until the very end, like 5 minutes to go, and people are leaving. Like we got up by 1, and people are like, "We got it!" Like, what are you doing?
I get it. You got to get home.
Dude, I do not understand that, dude. There's 6 home games. You go to a game and you leave in the fourth quarter. Like there was a lot of that. Way more of that than people that left at halftime. People do that every game.
But you never felt like it was.
I didn't.
We were going to lose it.
That's
It's
fascinating.
and maybe it's because it was and like my son was like, because we've gone to so many games the last couple of years, and almost every game my kids have gone to has been a loss. Which like I didn't experience a loss at BSU for like 10 years, And my son was like, "We're gonna lose," and I was like, "Dude, no, we got this. I just for some reason just felt like it's freaking San Jose. We're gonna get this figured out."
Okay, that you can't say that anymore. You can't.
That's true.
You can't do
and
that.
then I think I texted you guys and then there was a point where I was like, I don't know if we have enough stops in us, But anyways, as far as the game goes, I'm excited. I think I said this afterwards. It's like this year, I think this whole idea we've talked a lot about, getting back to the New Year's 6 games. That stuff is so out the window right now. At this point, it's just let's win, and every win you celebrate. I don't care if they're 1-5.
You celebrate it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. The nice thing about that game was, dude, the second half, that Boise State defense, and granted it's 1-5 San Jose, that looked like a defense that I'm used to watching in that stadium for the last 20 years. Finally. Now, again, what are they going to come up next week? I don't know. But it looked very familiar. They were like, and I haven't seen the video copy yet, but I mean, they were into it. They were like,
we got an interception.
Big stops. The guys are.
Is that our first interception?
No, we've had interceptions, but so that was awesome. I didn't in the first half. I thought after Mad Dog made that pick, he got sacked his first play,
right,
and then he made a pick, and I'm like, we're not going to see Mad Dog again. And then he comes back in, 2 scoring drives, and I'm like, we're not going to see TG again. And so that was crazy. But what
did you think of the subbing him out mid-drive?
Are we going to go there? Sure. I thought that was bizarre a little bit. I just thought it was really clunky. It came off very clunky.
Well, everything was clunky because we had turnovers, right?
Yeah,
it's
the first half was
even
clunky.
if you have one quarterback in, it's still going to feel clunky. You can't get a rhythm going, and you mix in 2.
It's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. It was super clunky in the first half, but even the last play of the game,
that fumble thing,
dude,
was it a fumble?
TG played really well in the second half, right? And then they bring in Mad Dog on a 3rd down play
in the red zone.
No. At the very, very end of the game.
Oh, this is before they kicked the field goal? Oh, right.
And it's 3rd and 3, and you're like, this is exactly when you think you'd want Taylen Green. And he gets in there, goes under center, which they haven't done all game, and fumbles it.
Right.
Thankfully, he got it. But, I mean, talk about if that would have gone bad. Oh, my goodness. But anyways, initial thoughts of the game. The place was pumped. It was great to get in a night game again. The new light show. I think credit where credit's due. I mean, couple things there with Jeremiah Dickey. 3 games, basically all sellouts, almost.
That's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
Because I wouldn't have thought San Jose State would have been that close.
Well, not only that, we're
1-3.
We're 1-3 going into that game.
2-3.
2-3. We're 3-3.
That's true. We beat San Diego and then North Dakota.
So that says a lot about the work that they did to get tickets out. But also Bronco Nation, man.
Dude, we're the best.
I feel like there's been a lot of like people throwing shade at them.
I know.
But look at the other schools. Memphis, empty. San Diego State, empty. I saw that we're the group of five.
Top group of 5.
For the weekend for attendance. And we're at 100% for the year. I mean, so props there.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think Jeremiah Dickey deserves a lot of credit, not only for the staff that he's doing to get people to the games. The game day experience is completely different. You guys need to go at a night game.
No, I know.
The
looked
new
amazing.
Scoreboard, the new lights, it's like a game with I wouldn't say concert, but like an event at the same time.
This was the first game I've watched on TV at home where I thought, man, I wish I was there.
Yeah.
That was the first one that I've actually seen. Can I go? Can I?
Yeah.
Okay. Number one, we've all listened to it over I guess it's been 17 years, but 20 years. When we have an okay season, man, Bronco Nation or like Boise State fans get hammered for not showing up, whatever. This year has like every year, like if you compare us to anybody else right now, our fans are the best. Like they're really the best. I don't see, especially in the Mountain West.
Wyoming had Fresno coming to town.
Okay.
They have, I think, 30,000. Their place holds. They were like 70% full.
Okay, I mean we're
and
the
they
best.
Had a top 25 team.
I know,
in town.
and we're the best. Like our fans are awesome, and people even this week we're hammering on Boise State fans.
Why do you think that is? Like why have we had in the past we haven't been able to get this many numbers, right? And we haven't more of a down year.
I think for
it's never been horrible though.
Not horrible.
Even a
Never
bad
been
game,
horrible.
But this
33,000.
feels just a couple steps higher than it has
this guy
been.
thought 23,000.
I did.
I'm just gonna say
I was part of that.
No, I'm saying even this week there was a big interview done by BJ Rains that the guy was just basically going after Boise State fans again, and I'm like, dude, give it up. Like, give it up. Our fans are awesome. And they're showing up when in a season that's arguably one of the worst seasons we've ever had.
And a crappy home schedule.
And a horrible home schedule.
so-
North Dakota and San Jose.
And really doing a good job. So that's number one.
So there
for
were
me.
a couple people that didn't stay home and vape in their mom's basement.
Yeah, I mean,
One
I
or
guess that I'd like to talk about that later but anyway,
we'll
that's
get to
number
that.
one. I think Jeremiah Dickey's done a good job, but I think this town is ready for a win, for like a winning season. I think we're ready.
It's a great feeling. I think agreed. I wasn't there. I watched it on TV. But you see the lights, and Mark said it probably looked better on camera than there. Like, it was awesome to be there.
It looked awesome.
But it looked cool. I agree.
Looked great.
I felt I was missing out.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, man, I'm glad I'm sitting on my couch watching this.
On a November at 8:30 start at
and
night.
maybe we will feel like that later in the season. But that was a game you're like, I wish I would have
fall
been there.
game, a good weather game, and a
awesome.
good team. Anyway, so that's number one. Number two, I have been really impressed with Bush Hamden.
Dude, yeah.
I think he's been incredible. Like, and let me tell you why. Everybody, I thought it was so amazing, dude. And I thought he did a really good job at Memphis. And I thought he did an incredible job this time. And, the players that fumbled or threw a pick, I don't know that that's on him as much.
No, it's not.
But,
No.
dude, he does things that they don't expect. He throws Mattson in and he runs.
He runs. And he can run.
Yeah,
And
can
he's
run. He can
and the first throw of the game from Taylen, the guy was wide open. So I mean, we're putting him in places. The issue that Taylen has, and I agree, Jake Jensen said Taylen's one really good passing game away from being the best quarterback in the Mountain West.
Yeah, that first throw on his first series or whatever
not
went
even close.
way over his head.
And that's the weird thing.
If he
it's
can
like,
get on that and connect on that, I think it just builds his confidence.
but what's so
But
weird?
he's got to
it's
hit
like,
it.
He's not even close.
No, it wasn't
That's
even
so
close.
weird. Anyway, he's great. Taylen Green's really, really good. And he could be really, really great if he just gets to that, 70% range.
Nice.
But I thought
60.
I'd take 63.
63.
I'm saying great.
Their goals. Okay. Go ahead.
Anyway, I think Bush Hamden is doing amazing. I think the play calling has been incredible. Like, they'll do things, Mattson is running. And everybody's in man coverage, and he's running 15 yards down the field. Nobody's expecting that. And I think he's not just playing into the, 3 yards, handing off to Genty every play, bringing Mattson for a throw. I mean, you just expect to have Taylen Green run it and Mattson throw it.
Yeah.
And I think, and at first I thought, man, bringing him in the middle of the drive is odd. But I bet you, or I hope that they get used to it and they get better at it, and it becomes something that's very difficult for other teams to prepare for. And then this, I thought we were losing. I thought we were going to lose.
Really?
Oh, 100%. I thought we were going to lose. And then I started the game where it's like, man, I wish this was Avalos' first or second season, because here's my opinion. When Avalos took it over, I think Harsin really hurt our team. Like, I think we were getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And then Avalos took over, and I just don't know that he's the best coach at this point in his life. He could become a good coach later, but I think he's had to rebuild it to a point where it's like we're getting younger players in. These players are learning how to win. And I think Avalos is learning how to win too. I mean, he's making decisions throughout the game where you just scratch your head like...
He's a first... You can tell.
Yeah.
But as a third year... The trouble
But the problem is it's the third year. And I always go into the start of the game thinking, I don't mind him. Like, I think he's a decent coach. And then we go down 21 points. And I'm thinking, whatever, dude. We have no idea what's going on. But to his credit, he battled back and he won. Some odd decisions made there on putting the game away, but we're trying. But I think he's learning how to win, I guess.
Yeah.
You mean with the field goal?
With the field goal, I don't mind the field goal. I don't mind the field goal.
I would have kicked it down there.
Yeah, I don't mind
with the
it.
punter that we have, that's really good.
I also considered, hey, why not go for 2? You're really good in the red zone right now. We're rolling, and so you go up by 9, and then you just win it right there. But I think it could go a few different ways. Anyway, I think it's not the worst because Dalmas is really good. Mm-hmm. But I think that we're not going to come back against a good team and win that game. Right?
No, and that's the problem.
And then the two wins we've had against, Division I teams come by San Jose State and San Diego State.
They haven't
we're
won
at
a
the
game
very
in the Mountain
bottom
West.
of the league.
I think we have to temper what we're saying here. But it was a win. As far as that whole field goal thing, I like the idea of we've got trust in our players. And Dalmas had hit one going in that direction, hit 2 there. That said, at that point in time in the game, you're up 8. I'd probably kick it. I kicked the punt.
I don't mind it
because they hadn't scored in the second half.
Right.
So it's like pin them, make it tougher on them. They had no timeouts.
Right,
but I'm not going to kill them over that.
I did like that when...
But think about if they would have gone down there and scored, tied it, and beat us in overtime.
Yeah. You're right. I did like that when it came down to the final drive for San Jose, we brought pressure, 5 or 6 guys.
So here's something I observed, and I was in the stands, so it's like, am I seeing this correctly? And I'm not saying that, and I don't know if they showed this on TV, Avalos, and I noticed it in the second half, I don't know if it was in the first half, Avalos was making calls to the defense in the second half.
Good. Yeah.
And I don't remember him ever
They showed
doing that
San Jose State's
before.
coach a bunch on TV.
Yeah, well,
Avalos was a lot less.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But he was more
So,
animated.
I mean, during defensive plays, Avalos is the guy doing the hand signals in the second half part of the time. And I just noticed it a few times. I'm like, I've never noticed that this year. And the question in my mind is like, do you think and I'm not saying this happened, but is he more hands-on on the defense?
The only
I don't know.
time they show him
I
on
don't know.
TV is he's just folding
Very
his
stoic.
arm. And there was one
I saw
time
him
he
pumping
actually
the crowd up. I saw he looked more animated on the sideline than I had seen previously.
There was one time he actually went up to the ref and was a little upset at the ref because a guy's helmet fell off and it was like hands to the face face mask thing, and it was just a stupid thing. The guy didn't have his helmet attached, it looked like, and his helmet fell off. And it showed Avalos, for the first time I've ever seen him, go up to the ref and be like, dude, that's a stupid call. This is really dumb, blah, and it wasn't like screaming and yelling. But anyway, I mean, it was cool to see a few things. It was cool to see, the things that went well. And I'm really impressed with Bush Hamden.
Well, here's the
so
thing,
far.
and then we got to
I didn't expect that.
We got to remember, going into this year, who was our number 1 player? At least one of the top 3, George Holani.
Yeah, I know.
And
What
he hasn't
happened
been
to
playing
him?
since the
Dude,
first game.
He didn't even finish the first game, right?
No.
No.
He went out for a while,
He went out, came back in.
and then we haven't seen
What
him
happened
since.
to him?
He had
Inner
a brace on his
thigh?
knee.
And he's had knee issues before, right?
No,
Yeah.
but man, is he gone?
I don't know. They keep saying they think he's getting closer, but
Genty's like the number 1 running back in the nation.
I know.
no.
it.
But you throw Holani back there as well. I think because in that
quarterbacks?
first game they had both
2
them on the
quarterbacks,
field.
2 running backs.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, I mean, Holani
think
would
what
be a
I'm
good
saying is
addition.
I think the offense could be even better. You
Yeah.
know, with Holani.
Yeah, you're right.
But
Yeah, you're right.
I think my takeaway from it is just I do have to change expectations, right? I think we came out
for this year. I don't want to change long term.
No,
for this
but
year,
seeing who this team is, and the teams that we've faced, you have to look at it and say we got to win. Mm-hmm. We beat a 1-4 San Jose State team, but we did beat them, right? We came away with the win, and that's great. I know in previous episodes I was like, hey, we don't have any trick plays. Avalos sucks, all this stuff. And I agree with Brandon. I think Hamden's doing a great job. But we have, Genty, the yards he's racking up. You get McAllister in there. I mean, he had a huge game, right?
Yep.
We're getting offensive production.
Yep.
If we take away those 3 turnovers, it's a totally different game.
Yeah, you're right.
And yeah, you say, it's lesser competition, but I would take it, right? I mean, that's a different game, and
I think
I
our
don't
offense.
think San Jose State is as bad as their record. I really don't. I think they're going to win some games. I don't know. I haven't looked at their schedule, but
Well, they played USC. They held them close.
USC, Oregon State.
Yeah,
they played Air Force, who ran away with it, but they were up early. So I think they've had a tough schedule. I think that they're going to end up they'll contend with Fresno and Wyoming if they play those 2 teams and might knock off one of them. I wouldn't be shocked.
I think our offense could be really dynamic.
I think it could. It looked better.
Yeah,
Can be really dynamic.
We have a solid offensive line, and when you have line issues, like that's huge, right? Mm-hmm. Sacks, you can't run the ball, and we haven't had issues really with our offensive line.
Mm-hmm. Finally, why do you say? I mean, the guys didn't really change. Only one change was made.
I think the change was made to the offensive line started looking good as soon as Hank left.
I know. That's the one change that was made.
Do they have to respect a mobile quarterback?
I think that's exact. And I think I said this one of the first episodes. We should never again recruit a quarterback that's not at least as mobile as like Madsen. Madsen's mobile.
Dude, Madsen reminds me a little bit. Hedrick. Yeah, I was going to say that exactly.
And
Hedrick, top 5 quarterback in school history.
Wait,
top 5?
I'm just going to say it, dude. I loved Hedrick.
Dude, Hedrick had a great his year. That year was, and he had a great completion percentage.
Dude,
but he could run it. He ran for like 600 yards that year.
Dude, he killed it.
So I don't think Mad Dog. I mean, that's the interesting thing about this quarterback situation we have is that they're not too. This isn't Cozart and Rippon at all. It's like Taylen's a little bit more athletic, and is a little bit.
He jumped that guy,
dude. That was sweet.
Like a 6-foot jump.
That was sweet.
You know he could be great.
But sweet.
And Mad Dog has a little bit better completion percentage, but they're not too completely different. So that's what makes me. It's a weird situation. Do you want to talk about that? I think it's my personal opinion is they're gonna have I think we're gonna see more of TG this week.
Me too.
And after
I think they're gonna go back to Taylen.
And after the bye, assuming TG plays well, then Mad Dog will have a significantly. I'm thinking like 10%.
I agree. Yeah. I think if Taylen can win a game,
they want it to be Taylen.
Stay on top and be the guy and not fall into a hole where Mad Dog has to come in and bail him out. I think I agree. You're going to see a lot more of Taylen.
You know, it's just he hasn't fixed the.
And that's why they're Mad Dog's playing.
Way off.
I know, and that's
why
he
hasn't fixed it. And I think I really do think you can have a very dynamic offense if you have 2 different guys to prepare for. It's like they didn't know what to do with it. Honestly, San Jose at the second half.
I think we'll continue to do it. I just think it won't. That was pretty much 50-50. I think, but we'll see. I mean, if Taylen continues to be 50%, then I just have a feeling that they're going to go a little heavier to TG, but we'll see. Yeah. I mean, 52%, I mean, we said it the other day, it's just 52% isn't great. Here's the thing that the issue that he has is that, or the team has, he's so dynamic running the ball and it opens up lanes for Genty. It opens up lanes for like a fake and a deep pass. The issue with him is I think you could win with him just as he is if your defense was not 120th in the country. Like, seriously.
Second half shutout, though.
No, I don't think you can, dude. I don't think
that.
you can. He gets into these 2 or 3 quarter lulls like he did with Memphis,
yeah, but if you have a defense that's not... Literally, they're ranked 120th in the country.
Right, I know that. They're bad.
So...
He needed a spark in a couple games.
He did, and that's why you have a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
We'll just see what happens, but I don't think it's... I have a hard time believing it's going to be like that.
I think if they have success and they're winning, I don't think the quarterbacks will care that they're not getting 100% time. And I'll agree with
Mad
you
Dog
that
certainly won't.
I'll agree with you that Mad Dog may get 10 or 20% of the snaps, but if they're scoring high 30s, low 40s, and I don't know if they can do that, but if they are, I think it's working, and I think they're both going to enjoy it.
You know, and you wonder a little bit. Sometimes I think from the outside looking in, you say, a guy like Taylen Green is really up, you know, like, oh, he's got to be, you know, shaken by kind of being demoted a little bit or whatever. Tell you what, he certainly looked happy on the sideline. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And sometimes, and I don't know if this is an indictment of him or a good or a bad thing, but sometimes it's really hard to be the alpha. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's really hard. And I wonder if maybe he's feels a little bit of pressure release having someone else there.
I can see that.
And maybe he feels that way later, where he's like, I want to be the alpha. But for right now, he may be a little young and more inexperienced, and like, let's both do this.
And maybe he's not as upset as maybe people would naturally think.
Right.
They certainly seemed like they did show him on the, you know, they seemed like they were excited for each other, and that's how it's going to work, right? If it's going to work, it has to be that way.
They got to support each other.
I think it could go great, and I think if we lose and they're both, then I think this team's going to go toxic. But we don't know that. You know?
Brandon, we could lose, but we can't lose to Colorado State.
If we lose
to New
4
Mexico.
More games, it's going to get bad.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant like 8.
Brandon, you've been critical of the DBs. I guess we all have.
Okay.
What did you see?
Just me.
I mean,
we all thought they were all.
I saw different guys again. Like I saw different names, and I guess I just don't know this.
McCoy.
McCoy got that pick.
His cheering section.
Yeah, he's got a cheering section. I don't know if there were snakes.
Was
I didn't see the snake.
Tubner's back.
But Tubner is. He's subbing in and out.
Okay.
He's not all the time.
They looked to throw it deep a couple of times, and he had a good game, the San Jose quarterback. He was running and throwing it.
He dropped a couple that were
I'm trying to think if I remember seeing any deep. I mean, that was a game of big plays from both teams in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. But I don't remember seeing any deep passes where our guys were just running behind. But I don't think that's been solved.
No, there was one in the second half. Actually, one in the second half. First part of the second half, deep, beautiful ball. Mm-hmm. We were running behind. But it wasn't 10 times. But I think they had 10 explosives in the first half. Excuse me. I think they had 10 explosives in the first half.
San Jose?
Yeah. I think someone said that in a
yeah, man. I mean, our defense.
So it was bad in the first half. It was over 300 and something yards in the first half to San Jose. But then what? So what do you guys think happened? What happened?
Our offense started going, kept them off the field. Well, our defense, you know, we had 3 turnovers in the first half, which shortens the amount of time. And then we had a 3 and out. And so it's like when they're doing 6 to 10 play drives, I don't know. I mean, we're not.
I thought we were getting more pressure in the second half, and I think that, you know, obviously limits the time to be able to throw those deep balls. And, you know, it just speeds up the decision making on the offense, right? When you're sending guys, and I don't know, did we get a sack?
Yeah, we got
a couple.
We got a few sacks. Yeah. Okay. So I think anytime we're dialing up pressure and actually getting that pressure, it's a good thing.
I always do think it's interesting when the DBs like celebrate on an incomplete pass. We're like, they're so pumped and right in their face. And I'm like, dude, you guys don't have a good, like, you're not quiet confidence over there. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, whatever.
Something happened in that second half, though. I just thought the defense, they came out with a swagger I hadn't seen yet this year, which was good.
Yeah, maybe. In the second half.
Yeah.
I want them to build off of it.
Yeah.
I think for me, that's the test of how good of a coaching staff we have is like if they're building off of that, then it means something.
If we can stretch this shutout into maybe another quarter of shutout or holding them to 3 points, that's what I want to see. Obviously, we've allowed so many points, so many yards. Mm-hmm. And when you end a game, a whole half shutting them out, it's like, okay, there's some hope there, right? What's it going to look like against Colorado State? Who throws the ball a bunch?
They're ranked like top 10 throwing the ball in the country.
So
that quarterback.
It could be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I mean, all of the teams we play are beatable.
Yeah, there's no one that's, Wyoming, we were laughing.
Did I call it or what?
Wyoming beat Fresno.
That's not a hot punishment yet.
No, we were laughing at you, dude.
It's a potential hot punishment, but
I don't know. We don't follow through on any hot punishments anyway.
I had another question about the crowd.
Okay. You were there. You were part of the crowd.
What exactly is capacity? They say it's 36,362. And we had 37,400, whatever, over 1,000 more than capacity. How is that possible? There's no standing room only sections in that stadium.
Know. The funny thing is too, I've been to games where people are like hanging from, up, like there is not a single space at all. And it's like last week's game was the second most ever of all time.
And it like, it was full, but there was certainly pockets. That's tickets sold. But I'm just like, how do you sell 1,000 more seats than his capacity? What does that even mean? What am I missing here?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll have to ask.
I mean, they didn't add any like temporary seating or anything.
Well, then your capacity would change.
Then your capacity would change.
I just don't understand that. But I don't know. So we were over 1,000 more than what is supposed to capacity.
That's how good Jeremiah Dickey is. He's selling seats that don't exist.
So they have like 38,000 to sell?
36 something.
I know, but do they just sell?
I have no idea.
Do they just allocate 38,000 and say only 37 something's going to come?
Well, where are the extra seats?
But you know how they, airlines,
seats.
But that's true.
Two tickets
you know how airlines
seat.
oversell?
Yeah, but they don't. I don't know. Seems weird.
Counterfeit tickets?
That's true.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
One other thing about TG. This didn't show up on the stat sheet, but I saw it and I was like, that is it. And it was in the fourth quarter. And so I think a lot of people out there confuse zone read with RPO.
Okay.
He ran an RPO. They ran an RPO. He faked to Genty.
Who was on the wrong side? Is that what?
No.
Oh, okay.
That play was awesome.
That was cool. He faked to Genty, and then he looked like he was going to run. And before he got to the line of scrimmage, he threw it.
Is that when we got ineligible receiver?
Ineligible receiver.
I love that play. That's literally my favorite play in college football.
I've seen that very little this year I don't remember if we saw it last year, but that was like, that's it. And then they called it. So it doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but that's like, I think that is
one of my favorite
That's what
plays.
you need to do.
It's hard to cover. A lot. I mean, what do you do?
Well, he has three options.
Triple option.
It is.
And that's why it was so open. It's just homeboy ran down the field.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I saw that and I was like, dude, that's it. And we haven't run that yet this year, I don't think. But that was awesome. Unfortunately, didn't count.
That one's a tough one to do because
his deep ball to McAllister.
A little short.
A little short, dude. That thing was in the air, and it was like everyone, dude. You knew it was going to be completed. McAllister had more than a step on him.
You can't keep relying on the same guy over and over and over.
We need another receiver to step up.
But we were throwing it around.
We
were throwing it around. We're getting it around. I thought Hamden's doing a good job. Yeah. I think he's a bright spot.
Yeah.
So Mark, what you did miss by not watching the broadcast was how badly they messed up names.
Oh, so really?
They called Alexander Tubner Andrew Tubner.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't remember that.
They called Coach Avalos Coach Avalon.
Avalon. Toyota Avalon.
And I guess this wasn't the announcers, but did you see Billy Bones' jersey?
No.
So they messed up the spelling of his name on the back. It was Bounds, Bownes.
What?
So Boise State messed it up.
Bounds.
On his home jersey.
Oh, man.
So it was a night of names gone wrong.
Oh, that's funny.
Brandon, you wanted to talk about vaping.
Yeah, I do. I do want to talk about that because if you watch
we're kind of media critics a little bit too. Is that okay?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Boise media critics.
A little bit.
In a good way, good, bad.
No, just talking about things that happen.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so BJ and Prater.
So this is on Bronco Nation
Yeah,
News.
they debated Tommy Alquist, who's a big, Boise State fan, and I think probably does stuff for Boise State, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, he said he donates or contributes.
They help where they can is what he said.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, Tommy.
He's one of the bigger.
He does really well, man. So
he's one of the bigger companies in Idaho, right?
The reality is, I don't mean to bash. I'm sure they're doing something behind the scenes, but BVA does not have a single thing anywhere at Boise State. So take that for whatever it is. But he has and I'm sure they're working on something in the background, but I don't know.
So did you guys watch the?
I did.
I watched most of it.
Yes.
I agreed with some of it, and I really disagree with other parts of it. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing that I'm tired of. This is, the whole tired wired thing.
No.
Where it's like this is tired and this is
yeah.
I
was tired.
I'm tired of and Harsin started it where it's like twidiots.
Yeah.
He started it, and I'm tired of the Boise State fan bashing of people that have an opinion that's not 100% roses and sunshine. I'm really tired of that.
Yeah.
Because I think that's an old hat. that people
it
say.
came off really elitist, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just
really
think,
elitist.
wait, it's bad to say, oh, hey, this isn't the best coaching staff or this isn't going really well. So why take that voice away? Like, I don't understand why you look at fans and say, if they don't agree with me, they're wrong. And they don't have a job and they live in their parents' basement. I'm sure he would say, oh, I'm talking about just the extreme bad ones. But, I would say the majority of the fans out there, if you said there's 45 or 50,000 fans, and the ones especially that are committed, they'd be like, look, I'm not super happy with this team. But they're all, vaping in their basement in their pajamas. I just don't agree with that. And a lot of it brings me back. I said this one time where, in politics where all these people felt one way about the government and then Trump came in and said, hey, I'll represent that. It's like, I feel like that's a lot of Boise State fans. It's like, why do you keep treating us that way? Why do you say, oh, you're spoiled? You don't know how good you have it. And you're dumb if you say these things about the coach. I totally disagree with that.
Yeah, and we're showing up to football games. Obviously, you and I didn't.
The other thing that and I like Tommy. I know Tommy,
he's a great guy.
and he's a great guy, and he's done a lot for it. But the other thing I didn't really agree with was he started comparing us. Like, he was basically like, Boise State fans should be happy with what we have. We caught lightning in a bottle, and we're in a small market, so we can't expect more. That's what it came across.
So that's what I wanted to talk about, too.
We're not Salt Lake. I just went down to Salt Lake and look at all the building and all the money there, and we don't have that, so we shouldn't expect more. And guess what? Next year, we're going to lose to Oregon and Oregon State. And it's like, he's just like totally defeatist. Totally defeatist.
Right. I agree with that. And here's my opinion on that. I don't think Salt Lake City would donate to the program if Utah was a bottom tier team.
No.
But what was their ranking at the time they were talking? They were top 10.
Dude, they've won the Pac-12
And guess what? If we were in the top 10, you know how many companies would be just falling all over these players?
Yeah.
There'd be a lot of money being thrown at these guys. And I don't think it's as much size as it is success.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one thing that he's missing out on. It's like, look, we have companies that are ready to go if the population's going to follow it. You know what I mean? If it's a popular thing, if it's going, there's going to be a lot of money thrown at the program. And that's to Mark's point. It's like you're missing out on a bunch of money if you're not winning. I think that was the thing that I disagreed with the most as far as, we're a smaller market, but we're good. Like, look at our fan base that's showing up.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of new people that have moved into the area. There's a lot of new companies.
Something to be excited about. Like, can you imagine right now we've doubled the population since we were huge. And not double, but almost.
Yeah.
And think about if we were a top 25 program again. I swear things would
if
just
we
really
were
catch fire.
Coming off of, it would.
We were ranked.
Absolutely
so to just be defeatist and say we're not somewhere else I just think it's misguided.
But
I really do.
Somebody said on Twitter that was the new Twidiots, right? The person vaping in the basement. That's the new.
I think it's a mistake to label all these BSU fans as.
Yeah, it's funny, but I agree. I agree because it's like have encouraging words, right? I mean, these people, there are extremists, but there's a lot of people who are following the team, like you said, that aren't happy with it. They don't get a voice?
Why is that bad?
They don't. I don't know.
Why is that bad?
I don't know.
Yes. Why are they all unemployed, living in their parents' basement? Like, why is that bad? I guess I don't get that.
Last one from Matt that got me. I've been in several organizations and I've heard the same analogy multiple times. Make sure you get the right people on the bus in the right seat, in the right seats on the bus, right? And he was using that analogy with Jeremiah Dickey and Andy Avalos being really good guys. And I think what he failed, and I agree with them, they should be on the bus. And I like definitely Jeremiah Dickey. The thing that got me a little bit was like, he was trying to say how great Andy Avalos is. And I was like, yeah, he should be on the bus. The question everyone has, should he be driving the bus? And just because he's a really great guy and you've had good meetings with him and had lunch with him doesn't mean that 20-12 is where we should be. You know what I mean? I'm not saying to fire him right now or anything like that, but I just thought it was an interesting analogy. Yeah. And I thought you could use it the same. Like, I think you could come and be like, you could use the flip side to what he's saying, we love this guy. He's just in the wrong seat on the bus.
What about this? Let's say it's Apsey's last year. And you're like, hey, don't let go of Apsey. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And you're like,
dude, where would we be right now, dude?
I mean, he was the wrong guy. And just because he's nice and just because he's, takes you out to lunch or whatever makes you feel good there, he wasn't the right guy. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that said, hey, why are we partying with
around
Apsey?
here a long time.
Yeah, he's a Bronco. He knows the way. It's like, dude, is that the same with Avalos? Nobody knows.
We don't
until
know
you
yet.
make that change. But I think it's I don't agree with saying, hey, look, I don't know what Avalos has done to prove that he's the guy that should be driving the bus. I think it seems like all the players like him. I don't know that.
We don't know.
I would guess
think
they like
do.
him more than Harson.
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't know that they do or they don't. I don't know that. I know that Harson.
But does it matter? I mean, you
I
don't
don't
want
know.
people quitting because they hate you.
Is Harson a better coach than Avalos?
Well, I don't know. I mean, Auburn was a
I know that.
But he was
Well,
certainly
honest
better
question.
at Boise State. His record was better.
Okay.
How he left
Well,
the
nobody
program,
liked him.
No one liked him. He won some championships. He won some big games.
Won a Fiesta Bowl.
I honestly think that Harson, going back to it, I honestly think we are getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
He just bailed.
I think
First
he's
ticket
bailed.
out of town.
I think he won the Mountain West, and then a bunch of people are like, "Hey, you're good.
Yeah.
Come be our coach." Okay, I'm gone.
Well, he lost that year, but yeah.
Wait.
He lost his last year to San Jose in the championship. But that was a COVID
that was
year.
COVID
such a
year. That
mess.
was weird. Yeah, he won the year before, right? I mean, we beat Fresno the year
Fresno,
before in the Mountain West
yeah.
Championship game at home.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think it goes both ways.
No, hold on. Are you sure?
We lost to Fresno, and then we beat Fresno, and
Hold
then we
on.
lost to San Jose.
This is Avalos' third year.
Third
Yeah.
year.
Didn't Avalos lose to San Jose State?
No, I promise you. I guarantee it. No.
So
Avalos'
Bach-
first year was 7-5, didn't get to the championship. Last year we got to the championship at home,
22.
lost to Fresno.
Yep.
And then
So
this year.
21, 22, 23.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I just think it goes both ways. So Tommy or other people are saying we shouldn't say things about coaches or whatever because we don't know exactly what's going on. He's saying Avalos is a great guy, great leader. We don't know that because we don't see what's going on. But how can he call us vaping in our basement when he doesn't know us, right?
That's true.
That's
I
true.
mean,
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, I think it goes both ways. We should have a voice. Why can't we?
And I think when you say, I don't think anything that I've said online would I think there are some people that are pretty extreme,
Yeah.
I guess. And I'm sure that's who he's talking to. But why
talk to them?
It's that minimal amount
Why
of
Yeah,
time,
why
even
talk to them? Why
Exactly.
talk to him? And he said that too. Like, don't read the hate, right? But he
that's-
obviously engages with it,
Yeah.
and he makes comments directed at it, so he's engaged.
That was interesting. I appreciate. I mean, I don't think we meant this to be a talk.
No, not at all.
No, but I think
But
that-
I thought it was interesting. What you brought up, I thought was really fascinating, and it's just an undercurrent that he presented that we felt and we've heard from other people too, and that's why you bring it up.
Yeah, this isn't a pick on Tommy thing. It's a pick on the idea thing of going after fans.
Yeah, I'm tired of that.
Yeah.
I'm tired of that. I'm tired of people bashing Boise State fans. If we want more, we want better, we want to be great. I don't think anybody expects us to be top 2 in the nation.
No.
Anymore.
No.
But when was the last time we've been ranked? When was the last time we had?
Yeah, not with Avalos. I know that.
Yeah, not with Avalos,
once.
and maybe when we won against Fresno State in the Mountain West Championship.
Yeah, probably
maybe that was
the
it.
year before COVID.
So 4 years ago.
It's been a while.
And dude, the last 4 years have been tough. It's been like losing in bowl games and opting out of bowl games and having a
been hard.
like a bad
Finishing
taste.
a bowl game.
And so like why criticize us for that?
Yeah, interesting.
I don't know.
But yeah.
So my question is, Brandon, what do you want? Have you guys seen?
That's your question?
That's my question.
Okay.
It's the lead in also to our segment. Have you guys seen the movie Field of Dreams?
Oh yeah.
Oh, of course.
Great baseball movie, right? Kevin Costner, James Earl Jones. Do you remember the scene where they're at Fenway and James Earl Jones is like going off on all this stuff he wants changed or whatever and people to leave him alone? And they're walking up to the concession stand and Kevin Costner looks at him. He's like, well, what do you want? And he says this stuff like, I want to leave me alone. I want them to think for themselves. He's like, no, but what do you want? And he's like, oh,
We're going
a
deep into
dog
this.
and a beer.
Okay. Oh, hot dog and a beer.
'Cause-
Oh, God. Oh, I remember that. I remember that.
So the segment is, what do you want?
Okay.
So what do you want?
That was a good movie.
That was a
I need
good
to
movie.
rewatch that
I haven't
movie in
seen
the
it for a long
summer.
time.
I love
so
that
don't
movie.
even
I've
remember
seen
that
it.
part.
I need to watch that movie in the summer.
So you two take turns.
Okay.
What do you want from the football team?
Okay.
One thing. What's the main
Oh,
thing
what do we
you
want?
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
What change? what thing. We're going to go through 5 things.
Okay.
If you could have, what do you want? Offense, defense, Taylen to do whatever.
I want Taylen to prove to be the guy. Like the guy that can lead us for the next 2 more years. That's what I want. I want to see him just like take that next step, and because I think he has the skill set to be all league plus.
Okay.
He's just not there yet. That's what I want.
I want to score I want to average over 40 points a game as our offense.
Have we ever done that?
Yeah. I want to be like top 5 offense in the nation again. It's been a while since we've done that. That's what I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark, I know you probably listen to more of the Monday morning press conferences.
I didn't get all
Do
of
you
them today.
ever listen to Brandon?
Just when you guys say,
A lot of it is usually same old, same old.
Yeah.
What do you want to hear at a Monday morning presser?
Ooh.
I can tell you.
Yeah.
I want to hear some fire, man, from Avalos. Yeah, it's been such a mixed bag of reactions this year. I don't know where we're at with his responses, to be honest. Like, we're good, but we're bad at quarterback.
His fire is usually in the negative when he's like kind of perturbed with certain comments. Jordan K.
Yeah. Dude, rest in peace. Exactly, Jordan K. That's
Jordan,
too bad.
Man,
we'll miss you, Jordan.
Dude.
That's bad.
He's a good dude. That's a bummer.
No, I just I don't know. I think there's very little you could say that'll help me get on board with a team that I'm struggling with at a press conference. And so all of it is done on the field.
Yeah.
But a little fire would be nice.
Mark, you?
Yeah, I don't know. Honesty, I guess. Just like, obviously you have to project something. I get it. But it's, for so many weeks, it was just like, we're getting there. I'd really like a little bit more honesty of the state of where they're at. And obviously you have to spin it, but just, yeah. I think Hamden does a good job. I think Hamden's really straightforward and answers questions really honestly the most between the 3 of them.
Okay, this is similar, but what do you want from Andy Avalos? Not necessarily at a press conference. What do you want from him?
Okay,
if you're not happy with him, what do you want?
the deep passing problem.
I want to see him, and I think Danielson's fine, and maybe he had already did this, but I would like to see him take a more hands-on approach with the defense, because I think he was a great defense coordinator for years and years and years, and the defense has struggled so much, and I think he is hands-on. I've seen the clips of him, working with guys.
Like a Jonathan Smith hands-on?
Yeah, exactly. Milk it, baby. No, I mean, and in respect to maybe more calling plays, being more aggressive, I'd like to see him more hands-on defense and be more aggressive.
Okay, Jeremiah Dickey is always asking what's next.
Ooh.
What do you want next from Jeremiah Dickey? He's doing a good job.
With anything?
Yeah.
With anything. What do you want?
We're going troughs, or what are we going? We're not.
I'd like to see Jeremiah Dickey sign an extension. I'd like to see him get a raise and sign an extension. I think he's good for the program.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be stupid and think he's kind of a Midwestern guy. I assume that as soon as there's an open job in the Big 12, he's gone. But I'd like to see him get a raise.
An extension.
He's making $400K something. I'd like to see that up. I don't know where that ranks. He should be top of the Mountain West, whatever that is. And I'd like to see him extend. Yep.
I'd agree with that. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm trying to think what I'd want from Jeremiah Dickey.
It could be basketball. It could be football. It could be stadium.
I think he's done a good job. I've been really happy with Jeremiah Dickey.
He's working hard. He was on Prater and Ball Game today.
I haven't seen it yet.
And I just heard a little snippet of it, but the guy has passion. He's got fire.
Yeah,
he's well-spoken.
Yeah,
I think he's doing a really good job.
Yep.
It seems like we're raising a lot of money. The communication's out there.
Like
I think
Jeremiah Dickey gets me more fired up than Andy Avalos.
How about this? That's probably true. How about this? Improve. I think they've made a decent shot at improving the concessions at the stadium. I think the problem with the concessions isn't the BSU concessions. It's the people, it's the vendors that come in that are in the middle of the aisle that have these super long lines.
Yeah.
And so if they could figure out a way to do that a little bit better, I think that would be
better line formation for concessions.
Better line processing.
If we're going down that far, we're pretty happy with the AD. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know it was a big deal, and
it
is daunting when you're like, I got to go get this mini donuts, dude. That's going to take an hour.
We don't do it. We get there early. We buy the hot dogs, everything, candy for later. We buy it all before the game. I don't even try concessions anymore.
Yeah, okay.
Don't even try it. Because
that's a problem
miss a quarter.
That's a problem.
It is.
You don't go concessions, but you still hit the trough?
So I'm on the west side. There's no trough over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last one.
Wait, what do you want? A dog and a beer?
I don't know that there's one thing. Obviously, we talked about kind of some VIP seating stuff.
The North End Zone project. It's happening.
Yeah.
That needs to be done. That needs to get completed.
And I think he's pushing for that. I think obviously he's limited by budget. I think he's doing a great job.
What do you want?
Yeah, I'd say that. Let's get some VIP seating in the North End Zone.
I agree.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Last one. What do you want more between these two things? Mountain West Conference Championship
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
or
NCAA win?
NCAA win.
Oh, NCAA win.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Bad. I want that bad. What type of season are we talking? I mean,
Football?
obviously good enough. No, in basketball, good enough. This year,
So
Mountain West
this year, we're
Championship
talking
this
about
year, an NCAA championship this year.
Okay.
Take it to the bank. I want it, dude.
Really?
Oh, yeah,
I agree.
way over that.
And I think part of it is because we've
Never done it.
Yeah.
We've won Mountain West championships in football.
Dude, that
before.
would be
I
exciting.
just care that much more about football. But when you take a step back and you really say another Mountain West championship or you got to go with the basketball win.
Because I don't know that our hopes are that high anyway for the Mountain West championship in football.
Yeah,
So maybe
what does it do to win a Mountain West championship? Anymore, honest question.
Yeah.
What does it do?
In
if
my
it doesn't
mind,
lead to a ranking? I don't think it's that important.
Yeah.
What does it
If
matter?
we end unranked,
Well,
the Mountain West champion.
a ranking
if we
is
won
much
out,
more
we'd be
important.
ranked. That's true. In my mind, it sets the stage for the program to start to get back to to at least potentially being ranked in the coming years. In my mind, winning the Mountain West championship tells us we're on the right track.
You'd want
Which is
that
big.
over.
No, I ultimately when I take a step back,
What's our
only
seeding?
because we've never done it.
What's our seed in the tournament?
We're 11. And
I'll take that, dude.
you'll take it?
I'll take that because then we're on our next game. We don't have to traditionally play. I don't know. We're screwed.
Dude, one win.
Just one win.
I want it
Just
so
one.
Forget about
bad.
round two.
Come
One win.
on, we can do it.
That's a great question, though, man. Because
I'm
here's
surprised
the-
you
it's
knew where I was
not.
going
Yeah,
with
why-
it. That's awesome.
well, here's the thing. It's
You
like,
need to get in line with your priorities on basketball, dude. You are a basketball hater. I'm going
Now,
to go on with that.
Here's the thing, though, about the basketball program is in such a great place. If they don't win an NCAA game this year, no one's going to say Leon's not the right guy.
No.
No one's questioning the program.
People have questioned it in the past. A lot of
Sure.
people.
And-
Yeah, I have.
think
You
we should
guys,
talk
Me included.
about-
You
No,
guys.
you two, get out of here. Don't just
I'm
sit
not a
there
part
and
of that text group.
Whatever.
But right now,
Go after us.
Andy Avalos, man, like he needs to win. Avalos needs the Mount West win way more
Way
than
more.
Leon needs an NCAA win.
Way more.
As far
Yeah,
as just
but
the
that wasn't
direction
the
of the
question.
program. I know. I'm just saying.
Why do you not like basketball that much?
I didn't say I didn't
you
like
played basketball. That was your gig, bro.
Have you heard of burnout? People play. They go
do
play
you think
college.
You're burned out?
I never play anymore.
Yeah.
No. I play more than
you
Mark.
burn out?
I never play. Yeah, I did burn out. Yeah, I did. I enjoy basketball. I coach my kids' team, but I don't know. For some reason, I'm more into Boise State football. But basketball season is fun. It's awesome. I'm definitely more bandwagon-y with the basketball team. With the basketball team for sure. But
I've had a good experience recently with basketball because I went down to the Mountain West Championship
Yeah.
when we won.
You went to that.
I went to that.
in
It was
Vegas.
sweet. And we beat San Diego State.
yeah,
The
that
last second
I remember
thing.
watching that. I was in a hotel somewhere.
We watched all the games, and my wife blacked out at the last moment.
What?
She blacked out, and then the game was
blacked
over.
out?
Yeah, she didn't
In
remember
Vegas?
it.
She hit her head?
No, she was standing there,
Too
and
many-
then they called the game, and I was celebrating. She's like, "Who won?" I was like, "What? Did you not
What?
see it?" She's like, "I don't remember what happened."
What?
She was like so into it.
It was so
Dude,
like
get
there was.
Mallory in here, man. She
We
should
can.
be sitting right
We
here.
can, yeah, no, we can.
What? She was that into it?
She was that into it, and the
Well,
thing is, the ball went
She was
up.
that into it. She was out of it.
She was that.
crazy.
Well, the ball went up, and there was a couple rebound attempts, a couple
Yes,
back
that was
attempts
crazy.
for the loss, and then we got it and threw it away.
Dude, that
anyway.
was sweet. That was sweet. I remember that. That was awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, so I've had some good experiences,
Yeah.
and then my son. Anyway,
Well, and you got season tickets. Both have season
I got
tickets,
season
right?
tickets.
you got season tickets basketball.
Well, they're the like Flex Pass.
Oh,
okay.
you did that.
So it's not, yeah. So they change your seats around every.
Yeah.
I've done it before. And it was fun. It was totally fun. I would take my son and we'd go. And
how many did you get?
I got 4 this year.
All right. So I might be in for 1 or 2.
Yeah. I'll take you.
Yes.
You buy concessions.
Dude, I like it. The start of the year.
Miss a half, man.
You can go and park pretty close, get in and out.
Yeah.
You can stay. Your kids can stay and
they're
meet
fun.
the players. Good time.
Good time.
NCAA all day long on that. Bro.
Really?
All day long.
Yeah. I can see that though. We need that. That's the last step for Leon, man.
Yeah. And then he could retire.
Back before we finish up though, speaking of Leon, man, there were several years where there was some real question marks amongst some in the fan base about Leon.
I wanted him out.
And he was good enough. He was what everyone would say was he's just good enough to get his 18 wins, get his extension, and not get fired. And then something happened. What happened was Musselman came to Nevada and showed the blueprint of bringing in transfers. Yes.
Okay, he has brought in a bunch of
dominating Boise State.
Yeah.
He kept dominating us. And his roster was made up of like a ton of transfers.
Yeah.
And now who are our best players? Other than Degenhart, most of them are transfers.
Who are our best players?
Leon just finally said, we got to do what we got to do.
Max Rice is not a transfer.
True. But we have supplemented our Agbo, like so many of those guys. Key-Jab was a
lot of 2-year kind of stints here.
Key-Jab.
So I think he made the turn. I think he's always been a good coach. I don't think there's anything to do with that. But his talent wasn't at the level to win the Mountain West, and he saw what was successful, and he did the same thing. And now he's a perennial top 3 team.
In his defense, to his credit, he's built the program from a team that wasn't even recognized as a basketball team in an airport. To guys that were legitimately tall and athletic and long and good.
They look so different than just physically, like warming up. You're just like, they look like a basketball team, like a Division I high-level basketball team now. They're fun to watch.
And, if they can win it. No, anyway.
But coming back to football, we're in football season. I mean, we're all hoping that Avalos makes that turn, right? I'm not talking about necessary transfer. I do think that's part of it.
I do think that's
part of it.
Yeah, if he pulls a Leon Rice where he's like, hey, I just had to last a little bit and now I'm doing great things.
I think we're all hoping for it. I mean, he does have a young roster.
He needs to bring in transfers.
Can we build around like McAllister, Taylen?
Okay, you got
all these young guys.
Taylen, Genty, McAllister on offense, and you get Holani.
Dude, he has like another year.
Breezy. Going to Texas, going to California. I don't know who you're going to build around. In
Benefield on defense.
No Triani.
Freshman.
His sophomore.
They've got some young guys.
Why McCoy? Don't even mention that
his uncle brought a snake to the game. His uncle brought a snake.
What are you going to build around?
And he's a meme, dude. And he's a gift.
Exactly. What are you going to build around?
I just hit my tooth on the microphone.
Dude, what I'm saying is you build around them, but you need to hit the portal. And just get some,
you need to get playmakers.
Get some impact guys for next year.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Do I have medical?
Do you have medical degree?
No.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Butler Community College?
Butler Community College, dude. What the hell is that? What? I don't understand that.
Now. I mean,
dude,
that's what he says.
Orlando Scandrick used to say the same thing about
Los Alamitos High School. Get out of here.
But he hated Pete. Orlando Scandrick, after he left, he had some beef.
But why
I didn't know
is that?
DeMarcus Lawrence had a beef.
Yeah,
with Boise
I don't
State.
understand that either. It's like
so anyone that's
he's
listening that doesn't know what's going on, go ahead.
Okay,
you're
so
saying
I was
he
watching
doesn't-
the Cowboys 49ers game.
Sunday Night Football.
And my son, he loves Boise State. I'm like, dude, you got to love the Cowboys. We got 2 guys on the defense. And I'm like, watch, check it out. DeMarcus Lawrence, Butler Community College. And I was like, no, rewind that. What the hell was that, dude?
I didn't
Get out of here. And then Leighton Vander Esch like Boise
now.
State. Exactly.
Why would he do that?
Why would he do that?
He wouldn't be who he is without Boise State.
Dude, he was there for 2 years.
I didn't know.
He was a good
2
player.
years he was solid. But
He was a good player.
Go back to Butler, Tank.
Probably has.
Tank Lawrence. Sheesh, man.
Scandrick had an issue with the program.
Scandrick, I don't know why. With the fans all loved him, and he left. I think he left early. Didn't he leave early?
Yeah.
And
I think
he did good.
I think that the coach were like,
Don't
leave early or something.
Dude, that's not even Butler Bulldogs, man.
Yeah.
Butler.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about.
Dude, I don't know why they do that. It bugs me.
Who's the alum right now that is the most giving back to Boise State, would you say? Is there a single
Travis
alum?
Oh, are you talking about athletically?
Athletic that played on the football team has
I mean, you got to think Kellen Moore is the most successful.
No, but like that gives
Boucher.
back to the program. Shows
Boucher.
up. Matt Boucher. Okay, on the basketball team. He puts his money where his mouth is. I like that.
I don't know.
Pete Cavender's a broadcaster.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like you have a lot of these guys that, well, Boucher played in Europe, but like you have a lot of these guys that went to the NFL, and they all talk about most of them talk about how much they love Boise State.
So you know who could?
How many of them come back and like, how many have ever given anything? I don't know. It's just interesting.
I don't know.
I mean, you
Is
hear
that
some
normal or?
You hear some people comment, right? Former players commenting on Twitter, but other than that, I mean,
Shea McClellan,
he's back in town.
Is he giving a lot? Because he was first round, so he's got doing pretty well. I'm sure.
Did he get a second contract?
Yeah, he went to the Patriots.
Patriots.
So he probably played.
That's where he got
6
drafted.
years. No, he went to the Bears.
Okay. I think he got traded on his rookie deal. I don't think he. Either way, he
may have played 5 or 6 years.
He made millions of dollars, and he's in town. I don't know. You just don't see like a huge involvement, maybe, or maybe I'm missing. Maybe that's normal. I don't know.
Hamden.
Titus Young.
Get out of here,
dude. I love Titus. Poor Titus, man.
Titus.
He had some mental health issues.
Yeah.
I don't think. I wonder if players aren't ever going to be really. I think just profile wise is where they contribute, not money wise.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess.
Like coming back, standing on the sideline.
Normal or not normal.
The ones I see on Twitter the most are like Alex Guerrero
saying the name of the college.
But he has a financial stake in it.
That's true. He's an agent.
He's like an agent, and he tries to get the BSU.
You know what
guys.
they could do? Say the name of the college you went to when you're in the NFL.
That's the minimal. That's like the bottom layer. You can't do
that.
any less.
I don't understand why he doesn't do that. Were we mean to him?
Would he say like St. Joe's Prep School? I mean, is that
not
what he's
saying
gonna do
Boise
next?
State?
Elementary school shout out.
It seems odd, but interesting.
I remember Skandrick said that he's like Boise's 5 years in the past, and I remember thinking of behind what? Like, what are we on wagons? Like, did we not have air conditioning? Like, what are we?
5 years in his past, you mean? Like 5 years ago?
He's probably upset. I don't know.
Huh?
That bugged me.
He got national exposure.
Yeah.
Right?
He was
From
a great
Boise
player.
State? Why are they
player.
mad at Boise State?
Yeah.
Tadman? Where's Tadman at?
Marty Tadman. Ian Johnson selling
insurance. Tadman's doing something. I don't know. A lot of them have like used their name, and I would
rightly
too.
so. They should.
Yeah. Vinny Paredes still in town.
Yeah.
He was just on some.
Winterswijk. He's doing insurance here. Dude, Winterswijk was one of our better linemen.
Dude, he was good.
He was really good.
D-line.
Ryan Winterswijk. He was really good.
Isn't he the No, who am I thinking of? Oh, I'm thinking Schleckaway.
Oh, Schleckaway.
He provides motivational quotes.
He's real estate.
There's that.
Schumann's around? I don't know.
I know there's a lot of them around. I'm just wondering how many are involved in the program. Darren College, he's working for the school now. He's working for like the outreach, the alumni outreach.
Cool.
So that would be something.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, who we got this week?
Colorado State.
Okay.
In Colorado.
This one's going to be tough. I said this a few weeks ago. I think this is no gimme. I'm more worried about this than
face a team that's really pass heavy and can throw the ball well, and we can't defend the ball very well.
Yeah. I think it'll be interesting. And at some point, they're going to beat us. We're like 13-0. At some point, they have to beat us.
They almost did it the year of the onside kick.
This is the year. But I think we keep rolling. I think we get a win. I think it's going to be high scoring. I think we give up some more points again. I think we hit... Dude, are we going to go 40? I think we can get 40.
We need to, for us to win tough games, we have to outscore people.
41-31. Boise State.
I don't know anything about Colorado State minus what I saw versus the Colorado.
They looked really good that game.
They looked good.
The best they've looked all year, probably.
They look good. Colorado's a better team than we are.
Yes.
35-17. We score 35 again.
Nice.
17's
defense steps up.
Good defense.
All right. That'll be awesome. I'm hopeful.
What you got?
I'm torn, man. I don't know. Can we look at Colorado State? Can you say Colorado State's last few games? Can we just go into that really quick?
They were up 17-0 over Utah State and lost like 42-22 or something crazy like that. So they had a bad finish. They played really good against Colorado. I think they're 2-3.
So they lost 44-24 against Utah State.
Yeah, but they were up 17-0. What's their record? 3-3.
Let me tell you. So here are the teams that they've played. Oh man, what are we doing?
Come on now.
Utah State. I don't know why it's good. Utah State, Hawaii. They beat Hawaii 51-21.
Okay.
Alabama.
What? Dude, what are you?
Oh my gosh. What's
Abilene.
going on? I'm sorry.
Christian,
I'm sorry.
maybe?
Hold on.
What are we looking at?
Are you looking
This is
at
not good.
Butler Community College?
This is not good.
Okay,
you
so
gotta give me a second
they
here.
lost to Colorado.
Okay.
You remember that game?
Yes.
It was close, 43-35. They beat Middle Tennessee,
Okay.
31-23. They beat Utah Tech, which is Dixie,
Yep.
former.
They lost to Washington State.
Yeah.
50-24, the first
Okay.
game. Right?
And they lost to Colorado.
They lost to Utah State.
And Utah State can get hot. I think they're better. I really think they're going to beat.
They're better than San Jose?
Yes, absolutely.
We barely beat San Jose State at home.
I know. I'm telling you,
come on. Like,
I'm saying
we still
41-31 because I want to win. I would not put money on it. I don't know what the line is. Any ideas? I'll bet a single-digit line. I'll bet we're favored, but it's got to be single digits. I mean, low single digits.
Yeah.
5, 6.
I'm gonna go. This is one. Whew, we're Boise State 7.5.
Okay. On the road. I'm not confident, but I'm thinking the offense is going to keep going forward. I think we're going to have some, issues on defense. I hope it'll be awesome.
Who do you think we see more of at quarterback?
Taylen.
Yeah,
I do.
It's just gonna be Taylen. I don't know who's gonna win. I mean, I guess I gotta go Boise State, and we have to score over 40 to win. Right?
They're good offensively. I think they're going to throw it on us.
I mean, I don't know that we're going to stop anybody when we need to stop anybody.
Yeah.
So why don't we go 42-35?
Sound a lot like mine.
Just different numbers.
Yeah. Matt, you're going
punishment.
17. Hot punishment.
Yeah.
Is anybody going to go team skins on a podcast here? No, that's not pretty.
It's not
I mean, I'd need to do a bunch of sit-ups. Maybe some push-ups first.
All game.
Maybe trim.
All right. Just, no. You got to go bear. You got to go no prep.
If you're watching
we
this on
haven't
YouTube,
really had a hot take anyway. Anyway, keep going. Sorry.
yeah, let us know if I should
Ugh.
trim or not.
Why let me know? Why would they do that? That's stupid.
All right.
That was
Get out of here.
Yuck.